Didn't know the battle we go through life. We ask for chances fair. Chance equal our stripe. Chance do or dare. We should win. But be by the code. Faith and honor held high. We should lose. Stand by the road. Cheers when winners go by. Day by day. We get better and better. We can't be beat.
What the fuck, everybody? Yeah, I don't know. Like, it has set off a bizarro world off of what the fuck just happened in this goddamn game. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but we're gonna get into it today. Yeah, we didn't make that post-game shit because I think the game spoke for the team enough as it was. You know, I'm at a loss for words right now with how horrible we played against that offense and defense in East Lansing. Mel Tucker must have like switched our playbooks out, slapped us silly in our sleep, and then sent us out there on the field to get the business done to us by his team. It was not a good game, everybody. And when I say it was not a good game, it was not a good game. Like I said in the previous episode, what I was looking for was for Harburg's pick count to be 10 to 15. It shouldn't even have been anywhere near 20. So you're talking about once he got past 15, I knew the turnovers were going to start at that point. I was like, you're giving him way too many chances to air it out. And that's not what he does. It's like trying to teach a horse to run a race backwards. Why would you want to do that? That doesn't make any sense. So, knowing that, they're letting him air it out. The run plays that they're running are basic as shit. If that shitty-ass Michigan State defense can figure out those shitty-ass run plays, they'll let you know they're not intricate enough. You're not making the defense unbalanced enough. So, that really led me to believe that either the coaching was not hard enough for Harburg or Harburg just, plays up to his opponent, if you guys know what I mean by that. If you don't know what I mean by that, which means if you play against a 5-star opponent, you play like a 5-star. If you play like a 1-star opponent, the same goes for that. You play like a 1-star. So it's like, that's the way I feel about this Husker team right now. I was 3 days on that bandwagon. I was 3 days on the bandwagon. It's been a minute since I've been on the bandwagon. I jumped off the bandwagon when Alshon Jeffrey scored like fucking 6 touchdowns on us in one game. I was like, nope, not believing in these niggas again for a minute. And lo and behold, they do what they did to old people the week before. And, Michigan State, silver platter. And someone not only tipped the platter, fucking flipped it onto the damn wall. So that's going to be the player that I guess stood out for me the most that really fucked up the game was the fucking quarterback. Quarterback and offensive coordinator and Matt Rule. Triangle losers in this situation right now. So without one, there would be no other loser for the other. And that's just disgraceful. You've had this much time to learn each other's tendencies, what works in what situations, and the best thing you can come up with is running the same play twice on the goal line and giving it, and for sure, predetermining who's going to get the ball. Like, you're not just letting him go out there and read, which is what he should know how to do by now. Like, when you think about it, you've had enough on-action or live air plays to be able to read and react at this point. Like, shit, that's the only thing you do good. That's the only thing they do consistently. Why aren't you able to do that without someone telling you where to hand the ball off to? So that was just abysmal in the sense that him as a quarterback should have came out way better than that. And once he started to crumble, everybody else followed suit. So it was just a free-for-all at that point to where, like, nobody was safe. Nobody was covering. Nobody was fighting for balls. It was just, chaos to the lowest degree. Don't ask me what's in my dark cup. So that I'm not even there. There were no breakout players. Michigan State had break. You want to know who broke out for them? Mangum, whoever number one that DB, straight NFL prospect. We're gonna be seeing him on Sundays, 100% sure. I wanted to bring him up last episode, but I really wanted to give Nebraska that shine. I really, really wanted to give Nebraska that shine, and they did not deserve it. So, yeah, Mangum would be my breakout player. He really shat on our offense. He shut us down. He was out there popping pads, making time. He fucked Harburg up one play. So it was like, it just piled on that game. So, you know, everybody played bad. Defense, offense, special teams, fucking horrible against such a shitty team. So we're just gonna move by that, and we're gonna segue on in to, I guess, the next game. I wouldn't even call it the next game. I am going to call it a coming out party. This is going to be a all-out frenzy of a game for quarterbacks. This is going to be live or die right here for Harburg. If Harburg don't have a good game this game, we may get to see Brock Purdy's little brother come on into this piece because, if you can't get it right from, 5 weeks of practicing the same shit pretty much, you're not going to get it in the capacity that Nebraska needs you to get it. So, Chuba would need to come into the game at that point. If he throws 2 picks in this next game, he needs to come out. He needs to come out, and Chuba needs to come in, and you need to give him a chance to develop because at least he's young. At least he's young. So it's like, if you have that chance, we need to take it. At this point, you've already done good enough with the wins Matt Rule way. So, as fans, we only can expect better within the next 15 to 17 months. But in this, I think that we should win out. Like, that should be our goal. Do I think that's going to happen? Fuck no. I do not think that is going to happen. What I think is going to happen is that, we are going to keep showing our true colors. I think, we've been showing it all season that we're an up and down team. We don't show any consistency playing against anybody. We are just out there to be out there. And I think with a mentality like that, where you're not coming out there trying to take heads off, that just makes it to where, you're the one getting your head taken off. So, that's like a big factor to me is that it's going to be a quarterback battle out there this next Saturday at 11 a.m. Memorial Stadium, FS1. You already know what it is. So those Talia Tua Kungavalola, whatever the heck, Talia Tungabailola, he's about the shit. It's a coming out party for him. I think Harburg is gonna just keep showing his true shit. We're gonna get to see Chuba go out there and try and do his best Purdy impersonation, and this is gonna be a Talia coming out party. This is gonna be one of his first national games. They don't have the best record, but this is going to be his first time being in national spotlight early in the morning for people to watch him without being able to flick to that many other games. So I think he's going to take advantage of that, and I think that he is going to make it to where he's going to try and break some records on this defense, because I think that their big thing that they figured out and that most people have figured out is that our DBs, even though they may man up, they're going to play a big ass cushion on most of the receivers. You rarely are going to see us pressing unless we're blitzing, and we don't blitz a lot. So again, I think once teams figure this out, which they have, then we're going to start to see the situations where those guys are just, again, short in cuts, out cuts. That's pretty much how Michigan State was doing, just slicing us up, slicing and dicing us. Until the point of no return. So I feel like Maryland's offense is a lot more high-powered than Michigan State's offense. So knowing that, this is going to be good. So I think that this is going to be like a scoring battle in a sense. So that's why I say it's going to be a Talia coming out party, because he may put up 5-6 touchdowns on us, to be honest, throwing and running. That's how good he is. He's like a minier version of his brother. So he's about to go a little beast mode on us right now. And I feel like our offense is going to digress even further and going to be even more plain, because now they're really going to go back to the drawing board and they're really going to take his pitch count up. I think that is where the stupidity is at, is they're like, we'll give you more chances to throw this. Why? No, that is dumb as fuck. Why would you give him more chances to throw? Obviously, he's going to turn it over 9 times out of 10. Why give him the 10th throw? No. You need to put his feet on the ground. You need to figure out creative ways to be able to do that. Like, I feel like that coaching staff is just lazy at this point, in the sense that they're not taking the time to sit down and figure out how to scheme him into a good plan. And it doesn't even take that much. Like, seriously, you're running a fucking 0, 1 hole, 2 hole, 3 hole run play. Like, that's not very hard to be able to accomplish for, a consistent offense. Literally. Now that I can see running the same play, and just different blocking techniques. If you're sending the lineman up to a 3rd level or beyond or whatever, again, just making sure that, they finish the play. So that's not where Nebraska is at right now. I believe this Michigan State game really put a damper on how we play, which is, like I said, we play up to our opponent. I don't think we're going to do that anymore, and I think we're about to lose out the rest of this season, to be honest. So this is where the buck is going to start at, I guess, and it's going to be a very risky game. I think we'll stay in it, because Maryland loves to let people stay in games, and that's more of their defense and defensive coordinator and the way they run things, but they like to do that. And they have to make sure that they hold Nebraska to a higher standard, because if Maryland holds them to a higher standard, Nebraska isn't going to step up. This is going to be easy ass whooping, easy come out party, whatever the hell you want, coming on them party, whatever the fuck. That's Talia's about to get it going. I don't know nobody else on that fucking team, so that lets you know he is like the Lamar Jackson of this situation. And if Lamar Jackson is coming to town, you know it's about to be live. So, yeah, with all of that, quick episode today, right? With all of that, I think the game is going to be high scoring for Nebraska terms. And I think it's going to be like 17-28, 17-31, somewhere in that range, just because, like I said, Talia is going to take off. And the defense may get a couple of licks, or they may get a couple of turnovers or whatever, because he's turnover prone too, but he's also a scorer. So, no matter what, he's going to be scoring, even if he's turning the ball over. So that's kind of where I'm at, is, Nebraska's only going to put up 2 touchdowns and a field goal maybe, and that's a maybe. Shit, they couldn't even do that against Michigan State. So let's say on a good day, which is what I'm predicting, 17 points is all you're going to be able to get out of them. So knowing that, and then the 28-31 is just like, if they get that ball at half or at the end of the game, I feel like they'll make up some petty excuse or reason to run it up on Nebraska's weak ass, because they know Nebraska will never back it up in any near future of them playing each other. So, solidified, I'm going to say 28-17. That's the score I'm going to run with. If it goes 31-17, you'll see what I mean, that Nebraska fucked up and did some dumb shit and gave these niggas the ball at half or some dumb shit like that. Who knows? They've always done it. Literally, they've consistently done at least 2 to 3 dumb things in each game so far. And not you can coach that out of them. No, this is you had to be coached at life different to make these fucking choices. So, this is going to be a bumpy game right here. And, even if we keep it close, I don't think we're going to win, just because, again, our whole team makeup is made up of panic. So it's like, even when we get in those moments, somebody is going to panic in those fucking moments. Either it's going to be Matt Rule, somebody up in the fucking booths, or fucking who knows who. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I just don't see things going any better. I'll say that. But like I said, coming out party for Talia because, putting up 28 points, you're talking about maybe 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns. I could see that out of him. It's doable for him to be able to do something like that. So with that, yeah, I'm still reeling because I am pissed that we lost like that. Like I really jumped on that fucking bandwagon and really believed these pieces of shit with pads on were going to come out there and powder puff somebody up when they was the powder puffs. And yeah, it just grind. Yeah, no. Look at me, I'm itching like a crackhead because it just fucking bothers me that them players should have been crying at the end of that game. Nebraska's players is what I mean. Nebraska's players should have been crying at the end of the game because they fucking suck. They should have been like, we did all this running and all this training, and I still ain't gonna make it nowhere. That's right. That was y'all. Y'all a piece of fucking work, especially the defense and especially the DBs. Y'all motherfuckers take more breaks than a Cadillac on 4 flats. So it's like, man, you can't change a lot of this shit in a week. A lot of this shit was just, they were winning. The coach was letting them do shit. And it's catching up to them now. And you can't change the culture right now. You can't be, stop doing it because, you already done allowed it to fucking happen. Just like when you allow your kids to do something at home and then they kind of expect it from that point on. Like there is no middle ground in the sense of wanting and needing certain things and different things. So, yeah, I don't see Nebraska putting up a good fight in this one for a good period of time. I think it's going to really take off. Maybe we'll score at the end of the game, not to like try and win it or anything like that, but just getting the normal shit that we get for a football team. And that's not going to be enough. So, yeah, 28-17 is where we're going to go. That's an 11-point doozy right there. And I think we'll learn our lesson about coming out flat and coming out to play as our opponents and not above our opponents. So hopefully they do that this week. I don't know if you guys are going to get up and watch the game. I'm going to tell you, yeah, I was going to go to the game, but then I looked at the stats and I looked at what was going to happen. And I'm just like, yeah, fuck that. I'll save that $50 to myself. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. So yeah, I don't know when I'll be going to a game. I'll surprise you guys. Maybe I'll do an episode in the crowd or some shit like that. But we'll see. We got 3 games left after this. I was thinking about the Iowa game because I think that red and white and black and gold look sick as shit on a football field. But that's just me. I like the look. I like the colors. I like the style and the fashion. So yeah. What's going to happen with these episodes is, this is going to be the pregame. There is no postgame to that Michigan State game. Them niggas was ass. We don't need to talk about that shit no more. And we know what to expect from Maryland, a whole bunch of Talia. So if our defense is not ready for a whole bunch of Talia, he going to be Tatutuvulian all over our ass. No homo. So we have to be ready for this guy. And if not, we're going to see we should have fucking hired Dion. At the end of the day, that's what it always comes down to. We should have fucking hired Dion. So this is Lou Hall, a.k.a. We in this bitch. We not in your nasty bitch, but we will come back after this game. Let's say that. We'll come back after the game. I'm not going to go too in on everybody. I'm not going to do what everybody thinks that I'm going to do. They've already made me negative. Look, I'm negatived out. I'm not going to do what everyone thinks that I'm going to do, okay? I'm not. I'm going to save it because I know they're going to lose. But if they win, I'm going to say, what the fuck? What the fuck? You could do that against Michigan State and then come back and do that with Maryland and win. I'm going to be totally distraught. I might break this laptop on something. So anyway, this is that dude, not them dude. This is just that dude. There is no them right now. So just that dude, House, talking in you with you motherfuckers. Yeah, tune in for post-game prep for this bitch. Because, yeah, we gonna need that shit.